There's many people who have been like suddenly forgetting things. They can't remember things. That I feel the anointing, by the way. I feel the presence and the power of God all over this. But there's people who've been forgetting things. They can't, get find the words. They've been, suddenly confused. There's been like a random confusion, and you're gonna see in the
It sounds like you. You sound randomly confused, sir. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. But so people are forgetting things, and this is the demon guy, so of course that's got to be because of demons, right? Anyway, we're gonna get into it. I'm Brentley, and this is the Punk Apostate. Let's go. So this is Mike something Signorelli. He is obsessed with demons. He talks about them just like constantly. I'm gonna leave the screen. I know normally I'll like maximize it, but I'm gonna leave the screen like this because it's got this chat over here on the side. So I was thinking we could take a look at those as we go through. I'm really hoping I'm not gonna have to. I haven't watched like through this whole thing, and I'm really hoping I'm not gonna have to delete this live stream as like immediately because of stuff they say in here, because he gets crazy sometimes. Like it goes to the like levels that are just nuts. I am doing super chats, so if you wanna do super chats, I will respond to those more. I'll definitely respond to those. Other than that, a lot of times I get so many of these messages. I'll try to get at least a couple from each person, but I do my best, right? So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on here.
Hey, I've got a real quick question for you. Have you been experiencing mental fog? Does it feel like you have a hard time concentrating? Maybe you don't feel like yourself. I need you to watch this short video in its entirety, but I also need you to drop a comment and let me know if you're experiencing that and where you're located, because I've been getting hundreds of messages from people saying, this is not like me. These are people who are otherwise fit. They have no previous experience with things like this. And I have a prophetic word from God and some spiritual insights, because what's happening may
It's so funny because he's like talking about people having mental fog and stuff. He's like, these are people that were fit, otherwise they're just perfectly healthy. And all of a sudden they just have like this mental fog that just was. And grandma's like, oh my God, that's me. That's me. I have a mental fog all of a sudden. It seemed to happen about when I reached like 74, 75. Now it's just like constant, and it's like, and I was pretty healthy otherwise, I've always eaten right. I'm a Mormon or whatever, I don't know. But it's just like, this is so easy to just apply to literally anything. It's
actually shock you. So let's just jump right in. Right now, I believe that we are living in one of the most critical transitions in human history. For those of you who are not new to my channel, you know that we've been talking about that from a political perspective, from a spiritual, supernatural perspective. We are involved in active spiritual warfare. For those of you who haven't figured that out already, the devil is real. Demonic minions are real. We know.
Oh no, I'm glad. I hadn't figured it out yet. That was. I'm glad that you put the final piece of the puzzle in place, man. Now I have fully figured out that the devil is real. That the mythical creature from a 2,000-year-old Bronze Age book, whatever, is actually real. And it took you saying something, so thank you, buddy. Now I figured it out. That's the right word. That's the right way to describe that.
Know this, we see this on a daily basis, and there is a battle for your mind. If you've been experiencing that battle over your mind, I need you to drop the comments and let me know right now. Just kind of let everybody know.
You've been experiencing that battle over your mind. I kind of feel like people are just battling over my mind. They're like, hey, like at one side, it's like little angels and demons just appear. They're just like tug of war with my mind. It's like going in one ear and out the other, and the devil's on this side and the angels on that side. And it's just like flossing my brain, pulling my brain both ways. What?
And so this warfare that's over our minds, like what is happening and why is it happening? I want to shed a little bit of light on that. There's many people who've been like suddenly forgetting things. They can't remember things. That I feel the anointing, by the way. I feel the presence and the power of God all over this. But there's people who've been forgetting things. They can't, find the words. They've been, suddenly confused.
Hold on, we got a comment here. My concentration. This is from Charlene Fuller, whatever. My concentration has been off for almost 2 weeks now, along with my emotions being all over the map. Part is my husband's recent surgery. Yeah, I don't think that's what he's talking about there, Charlene. I get it. You know, I mean, you're like, yes, I am feeling all those things, but I have this really just reasonable explanation for why all those things are true. So I don't know if this applies to me, and it doesn't. It doesn't, Charlene. You're good. You're cool. Don't worry about it. Actually, all of y'all are cool. It's not demons. Don't worry about it.
Confused. There's been like a random confusion, and you're going to see in the comments section thousands of people who are saying the same thing. And so why do I say that? Because it's a phenomenon, and I'm using my channel right now to help shed light on this so that people.
What this person said, amen. God has helped me so much. Saved soul. Said, God has helped me so much. I've been being attacked by the devil so much ever since I got saved. Sounds great, man. Sounds like that's why you want to get saved. Like once you do that, and you're like, I'm getting attacked by an invisible monster. So make sure you get saved, everybody. I feel like that's not. I think you've made your situation worse by getting saved. Jesus.
Do not think that this is just biological in nature. This is not biological, although it's manifesting biological. It is spiritual, and I need you to.
Although it's manifesting biological, real material stuff, it's but there's the magicness of the spirit. The spirit world is what's doing it. It manifests biologically. What the fuck?
Understand that. Here's another thing. We are coming into an election here in the United States. In the United Kingdom, there's all kinds of suspicion about the royal family and medical diagnoses and where members of the royal family are right now. I just got back from Asia.
What is he? Is anybody in the chat familiar with what's going on with the royal family and where they are right now? This is 5 days old. Okay, this just came out like almost a week ago. What's going? I know nothing about. I don't follow the royal family. What? Like I give a shit about them. Like what are those ultra ridiculously privileged people doing that are part of some ancient ritual that we really need to let go of? In England, who gives a shit? All right, let me see who won today. Wolfos won again. Wow, Wolfos wins a lot. Wolfos is just sitting by the computer, just ready to pounce. Stay slide, go, all team go. I don't know who he's talking to, but it's just himself. He's trying to get all of his faculties in order. All team, A team go. Wolfos team one go. I don't know. And Wolfos got second too. You can't take both spots, man. That's not. Come on. Give somebody else a chance here. All right. Now Jazilla was second, and they said yay. And then Jasper was third. So I don't know if we're gonna start doing third places, but this is the first time Jasper being in the running at all, if we include third place. So I feel like that's noteworthy, right? Anyway, so let's get to some comments here. Wolfo said, I have mental fog, but I'd say that's my own fault. My own darn fault. Yeah, I know. It's funny how they do this where they're like, oh, if you're experiencing mental fog, that's a bad thing. And like most of us are like, I'm trying to do that on purpose because, when it's not foggy, it's just too loud in there. You know what I mean? I need to tone down. I need to fog it up. Okay. Because I just, too much. It's a sensory overload. Hey, too much going on, man. I need to take it down a peg. Let's see. Al say, hey, Al, Trucker, what's up, man? Got a frozen hoe on my deck. I have no idea what you're talking about, man. Is that like a literal? Are you talking about like an actual tool that's frozen on an actual deck? Because that sounds like no fun. So I'm in Florida. I don't have problems like that. But that sounds awful. I mean, you're gonna have to pry that. Maybe get a wrench, or is your wrench, or is your wrench frozen in the garage too? Because that would suck. That would ruin the whole thing. You're gonna pry it off. With the you're like, the wrench is frozen too. Everything's frozen. All my tools are frozen for some reason. I can't get the hoe out because my tools are, you know, northerner problems. You know what I'm saying? Fucking sucks, dude. Jeez. Let's see. I'll try to say Brantley. That's me. Yep. That's my name. uh, Wolfo said, uh, everyone file in, line up, and collect your fog demons. You can get your fog demons at the door. That's right. Here you go. Legion, you want to just pile it? There are many, but they like to stay together. They're kind of a group effort, for Legion. They, just let them pop in there, take over for a bit, fog you up, get all fogged up, what I'm saying? Wow.
I mean, there are forces that do not want me to even sound the alarm and to do this live stream right now. Let me put it like that. And so I've got a lot of data and a lot of insights to tell you.
What did he say? He's like, there are forces that are trying to stop me from doing this live stream. Let me put it like that. You don't need to say that. You just did. You just did put it like that. You don't have to let yourself now. You already did it. It's over. It's too late now.
That spiritual warfare is affecting people on a mental level. And so it's manifesting itself as it's confusion, it's doubt.
Man, you definitely got that one. And I feel like that is probably the most accurate of all of the things that are affecting religious people, just in general. I think the confusion is just that's just baseline, that's boilerplate religion. It's just, you're confused. Yes, you are about everything.
Fear, panic, anxiety. How many of you have never even
I love it. He's like, some of you are experiencing panic and anxiety, but it's okay. We figured out it's demons. So that should help with the panic and the anxiety.
Experienced panic attacks until the last 3 years, the last 4 years. How many of you have never had palpitations or like a racing heartbeat, but all of a sudden in the last 3-4 years you've started? Listen, I hope that this live stream stays up. Let me put it like that. But there's
what I don't understand what he's saying. Like, how many of you have never experienced heart palpitations until the last few years, right? So now we can go back years. Okay, now we just really opened up the time frame here so that we can confirm our bias all over the place. You know what I mean? Holy shit.
Some of you that have only began to have these experiences in the last 3 or 4 years. And you're going to see thousands of comments that suggest that there's something.
Have you forgotten anything in like the last 3 or 4 years? What do y'all think, chat? Y'all haven't. I personally have not forgotten a single thing in the past 4 years.
That changed. There's something that shifted. Now, at the end of this broadcast, I'm going to begin to pray. And I also believe that thousands of you are going to receive instant relief and you're going to get your mind back because we're going to pray over your mind.
I think you need to, job one is you need to get your mind back because, sir, you have lost your mind. All right. You probably want to phrase that differently when you're talking about demons.
But the Bible declares that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind.
He's like, the Holy Spirit has not given us the spirit of fear. Now make sure to believe in the invisible, undetectable monsters that are trying to get in your brain. What are you doing? It's like, I swear they're working against themselves constantly.
He's given us a sound mind, but just know that there are multinational corporations that here in America in particular are selling food items that have banned chemicals that you can't even sell those products in other countries. Guys, I travel globally so I can
Welcome to America, man. Yeah, you ever heard of a little thing called freedom? Yeah, here in America, we have the freedom to poison you. That's right. Okay, what do you think McDonald's is? Fuck it, I'm just kidding. Because there's this whole conspiracy where people say that like because the meat doesn't go bad or whatever with McDonald's that it's not like real meat. It actually is like chemically made. None of that's true. It's just they use salt, a certain amount of salt that's just an ungodly amount of salt as a preservative, and so it just the McDonald's meat doesn't go bad like regular meat does because of the way that they preserve it anyway. But yeah, so now he's going into like, oh, they have chemicals in food that they won't even allow in other countries. And it's so weird because like he's a conservative. That's like something like, yeah, goddamn right. I'm allowed to eat chemicals if I want to. Okay, that's my goddamn right as an American. Like that's their whole thing is like, so I like eating chemicals, whatever. Okay, like it's my favorite thing to do. Okay, the government can't tell me I can't eat chemicals. That's the type of shit conservatives are all about. And now he's going I swear it's like almost like they do it on purpose. They're like, let's make sure that we're allowed to sell the chemicals that in our food and everything, because freedom and all that shit, so that we can turn around and say it's a plan from Satan to poison our bodies,
tell you, you're not going to find those products in Italy. You're not going to find those products in different European nations. And so this demonic infrastructure is literally working through multinational food corporations. I remember during the pandemic,
the demonic, what did he say? The demonic structure of infrastructure, the demonic infrastructure of multinational corporations is what puts the demon chemicals. The demons are like, hey, you should make a chemical and put that shit in the food. Yeah, try that shit. I'm a demon. Listen to me. Poison the people you're trying to make money off of. Do it right now.
Here in New York City, they started installing all these 5G towers everywhere.
Oh my fuck!
And calling it the Internet of Things, and they have to be
They calling it the Internet of Things. Is that what he just said? They're calling it. It's called the Internet of Things now. That's what we're. Hold on, did I mishear that?
Here in New York City, they started installing all these 5G towers everywhere and calling it the Internet of Things. And
the Internet of Things. I'm so what do you mean? Is that somebody get on Google and like Internet of Things or something? Because I feel like maybe watch, because watch. I'm gonna look silly. Like, that's so stupid. Nobody's saying that, and then we're gonna Google it and be like, it's the Internet of Things. It's poisoning everyone. Some conspiracy idiot. Like
they have to be so many feet apart, and so instead of having one tower, now we have these stations everywhere over every building. Things just began to shift. We're in a major transition right now, and you need to
have more internet towers, but they have to be so. This is so convoluted. So the towers have to be so far away from one another, and so now we have all of these towers because with the Internet of Things. Wow, dude, like I don't. What's wrong with people to watch this?
Open up your
besides us, of course, doing it for comedic purposes. That's different. That's a different thing,
your eyes to understand. Now, Pastor Mike, are you being conspiratorial? No.
Yes, the fuck you are. Holy shit.
Oh, I'm simply acknowledging the fact that things were a certain way and now it's different. You're seeing it in people's physical.
Oh, okay. If you put it that way, I guess you're right. Things were a certain way, and then now they're different. So yeah, man, you're right. I never thought about it that way.
Bodies, and you're seeing otherwise healthy people suddenly having health issues and struggles. You're seeing the death rate just unexpectedly climb, and we are experiencing.
I don't think that's true, other than in places where like the conspiracy people are stopping taking medicine a whole lot. Yeah, that tends to just knocks your life expectancy at like half or whatever when you start not taking medicine. But no, I don't think that's accurate. That there is no skyrocketing death rate, as far as I understand. Now, I feel like that'd be like top news, right? Like everybody would be, making a dime off of that in journalism, right?
Warfare, and that's why we have to pray like never before. And the origin of this is spiritual, so it can only be solved through spiritual means. Matter of fact, if you're new to the channel and you're like
so because the origin is spiritual, you can only solve it through spiritual means. And that all they got to do is pray enough. And they're like, hey, Holy Spirit, can you like handle this thing for it? And then all the 5G towers please blow up, because it's an origin that is spiritual, but then, it comes out biologically and technologically. I guess you forgot to add that part. But and so, yeah, the Holy Spirit's just going to start blowing up 5G towers.
you're not used to this kind of talk. Let me just tell you, the weapons of my warfare are not physical, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. And so if you're joining right now, let me just help you
They
understand.
love that verse, man. That's like the same verse that Christmas guy. Oh, strongholds. We're pulling down strongholds. I'm about to cry. Like that's my impression of Christmas. But anyway.
Understand, you're not going to solve
It's pretty good if you know what I'm doing. Like if you don't know who I'm, then it's gonna sound weird. Never mind. Forget
a
it.
spiritual problem with the physical means. So how many of you in the comments section can say, you're right, Pastor Mike, I changed my diet and I don't feel better. I get more sleep and I don't feel better. The mental fog, the uncertainty, the confusion, looking for words, trying to
The uncertainty and confusion. Oh, geez. Like this is all stuff that just is. This is just like stuff that everybody's going to experience at some point in their life. Like, are you experiencing something that everybody's going to experience at some point? And they're all like, yeah. And like, well, make sure to say it because that means I'm right. Like, Jesus, unreal. All right, let's get some comments here. How's everybody doing? All feeling good? We're about 20 minutes in. Like I said, if you want to do the super chats, I'll get to those more so than others. But I'm gonna try to, I'm still gonna get to comments though. That's that's what we do here, right? We hang out. Let's see. Jasper said, "Blinded by the light." Oh, got a copyright. Damn it! I can see it. I can see the copyright guy. He sticks his head and he's like, "Copyright! Don't you even hum that song." So I got to be careful. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. No, I won't hum it anymore. Just the one bar. Okay, under 30 seconds, right? It's nothing. All right. He said it's cool. It's all right. Moving on. Wolfo said, I sure like his assertions with no evidence. Trust me, bro, is my favorite argument to dismiss. I know, right? It's the what do they call it? The Hitchens razor, right? That which can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed just as easily, right? Something like that. Or does he repeat it? So I don't, I don't want to not have the phrasing right. That would which can be asserted without evidence can be dismissed without evidence. I don't know which one it is, but it's one of those two. Anyway, Wolfo said, being a third shifter, I'm stoked for others to be awake. Oh yeah, wow, third shift. Oosh, that's rough. I'm about to move to a day job, so this might actually have to move up. So sorry, might have to end up in the afternoon here pretty soon. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how it works. But Al said had to put the rig in gear so my chatting will be infrequent. Got it. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, please don't crash your truck, man. Like, don't you can, it's okay. We'll you can comment, afterwards, and I always go back and check them. So you're good. It's all right. Hey, Aunt Cheers here. What's up? This is so dangerous to tell people their problems aren't physical. They're spiritual and not to go to the doctor. Yeah, exactly. Because that's all that does. All this does is when people are like, oh, this is a demon problem. This is a demon problem. Because then what they'll do is when they go to the doctor, they'll say, oh, but it might be a demon though. And then the doctor is going to be like, yeah, don't worry about that. Those aren't real. And then they're going to be like, oh no, I have to not believe my doctor now. I have to not listen to my doctor about anything. Like it moves that it takes the trust, that natural trust that you should have for a medical professional, and minimizes it even more. They've already got these problems with doctors and everything, and now they're just it's just giving them reason to reject them even more. It's just very dangerous, like Andrew was saying. Yes, absolutely. Jasper said, I didn't dare dig into what kind of hoe. I know I didn't go that direction, okay, with the joke there, because inappropriate. Okay, inappropriate. All right, I'm just gonna assume it's not that kind of. Anyway, Jasper said, 34 years of fear porn. I'd expect nothing less but brain fog. I know, right? Just constant fear. And and then saying like, have you forgotten stuff or had brain fog in the past 3 or 4 years? Yeah, okay, yes, everybody on planet Earth. Yes, somebody's had that at some point in years. Jesus, way to like that's how you throw a wide net right there. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ. Oh man, these guys are so funny. It's like they just don't know how to think. They don't, nothing is reasonable. Like just even the smallest thing is just as unreasonable as it could possibly be. It's incredible. Wolfo said, nope, solid memories for decades, but I keep them mixed up and store them in my dreams. Oh yeah, hey, that's cool. That's a good place to put them. I never really thought about that. That way they can be right next to being the gingerbread man, and you're eating yourself. You can just store all your memories right there next to that. You can actually look at your memories while you're eating yourself as a gingerbread man. Jesus. I don't know why that's funny to me. The gingerbread man eating himself thing is just a great dream to have. I just think that's funny. I don't know.
Figure out why I feel tired all the time. It's not going away and it's not changing. If that's you, drop a comment. People have been unusually tired, lethargic. People have been feeling this mental fog, this mental
Look
fatigue.
At this president, all caps. I don't feel better. What is that? That's me. That's me. Oh my God.
And let me just shed a little bit of light.
And what is all this like ladies kneeling a bunch? It's like kneel. Jesus.
On why that's happening to you, okay? Because are there biological
It's like so sleepy. I'm sorry. Oh, it's so funny. Oh, whoops. Don't report it. No, don't report it. They're allowed to talk. I'm not gonna report them for saying stupid things. That's not nice.
Logical basis for this? Absolutely. There is a necessity for us to eat right, to exercise, to be in healthy sleep patterns, to get our phones out of our beds so that we're not constantly scrolling. I get all that, but also I'm telling
you got to get it out of your bed. Okay. So like if you wake up and you're just like, just must scroll on threads. Like, yeah, I gotta, I don't do that at all anymore. I can't stay it. Like I'm actually pretty proud of myself for the past, like, I don't know, year or so. I have just like quit doing all the scrolling on anything, I don't. Yeah. I'd rather just sit and just think about stuff than be scrolling mindlessly through posts. I can't do it. It just, and then I get in stupid arguments over dumb shit that makes anyway. And then it occupies space in my mind anyway. I'm not doing it anymore. Just not.
Telling you. No, this is a basis for my prophetic insight. We had phones before the pandemic. We had phones before the last 3 or 4 years. Why did something just change now? Why is it different now? There's something that's happening spiritually.
TikTok. It's that demon TikTok. That's what it is. You know what? Somebody should get on banning that. Oh, and they are.
And it's connected to the powers that be, and they're trying to align and put their people in position. Their people, there's an alignment that's trying to happen, but just know.
Talking about Trump and like the Supreme Court and like fundamentalist nutbags that are just, taking as much power as humanly possible, even though they don't represent like 90% of the fucking country that they have power over. No, I don't think he's talking about that. That's not what he's talking about.
That God is trying to do the same thing. God's trying to raise up his people.
But he sucks at it. God's trying to do it, but he's not as good as the humans. It's kind of weird, actually. The all-powerful thing's having a tough time of doing just the same thing that the humans are doing so easily.
God's trying to put his people, raise them up, put them in position. And so there's a war that's happening right now. As a matter of fact, if you believe this, can you just give me a thumbs up on this video? So as a sign.
You fucking, okay, Mr. Needing so much validation. If you guys want to like and subscribe to the video, that'd be please like the video. I just, I feel very like self-conscious if I don't like get everybody to like the video. If you could do that for me.
That you are in agreement, that you believe that something is happening, just hit that thumbs up button right now. And Jesus. So let me just tell
you, ordering your people to hit that thumbs up right now. I would, I would expect everybody to hit a thumbs down immediately if I was like, look, you fuckers, hit that fucking thumb. Look, yes, right now. It looks like this. Hit it. Do it right now. Right now. Like, what are you, a fucking toddlers? Like, what are you doing?
Tell you a little bit more. Stay on with me. This warfare is spiritual. Over and over again in the
How
Bible,
many times
you see a pattern of
he just starts, it's like, it's funny because you can hear him like hit the wall and then he's like, I gotta reset. This warfare is spiritual. And then he just like resets them down another line of like, of like nonsense. God, look at this. All those people are like, yeah, okay. You know what it is? They like being told what to do. That's what, except this one. What are you doing, buddy? Number one. That's not what it was asked of you. You didn't say put up a number one thumb like you're at a fucking football game, weirdo. No, he said thumbs up. You learn to follow directions, idiot.
demons. You see a pattern of Satan and his demonic minions, these armies, and they constantly try to produce confusion. They try to produce fear. And how do they do that? They do that by
telling everybody that there's invisible, undetectable monsters trying to get into their fucking brain all the time. Maybe that, maybe that induces some fear. I don't know. Maybe that.
Overwhelming. They do that by creating false vision.
It's crazy to me that they do this. They're like, a life without fear is a life of Christ or whatever, right? And then they're like, yeah, there's these evil, undetectable monsters that are trying to just get in your brain and take your soul, kick your soul spirit thing right out your brain and start driving your meat truck, and demons just you now, and you're just on the outside, looking in, going, oh man, that's my body. What are you doing inside my body, Mr. Demon? Get my body back. But you don't have to be afraid of that because of Jesus. Fucking what?
And when Satan took Jesus to the mountaintop, it's like he's trying to create a false vision. I'll give you all of this. They try to do it in the form of making you want
a part of the Bible that I swear to God makes no fucking sense. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I never understood that part. And I've heard all these like weird like rationalizations of it, where they're like, oh, Satan took him to the top of the mountain. Like, hey, here's all the stuff I own. You want it? To the God of the universe that made everything, like that made the planet, that literally made the being that's offering stuff to him. And he's like, you want that stuff down there? And you just I'll give it to you, because you need me to give it to you, Mr. All-Powerful deity being thing that existed before everything and created everything out of nothing, whatever. What the what? How does that make any sense? Who was writing that? I was like, yeah, that's probably something that would tempt Jesus. Yeah, he probably was like, I actually would like all the stuff that I can see at the top of a mountain when it's being offered to me from the devil. Like, what is it? If you just, what was it? If you just get down and worship me or something, which is another weird request, so Satan be like, just make sure that you worship me, okay? And then I'll give you all the stuff that you already have because you're God and everything. It's just everything is nonsensical in that story. I swear to God.
To have things that you shouldn't want to have, and making you want, think about this. There's a mental warfare that people are experiencing in the area of pornography, pornographic fantasies, projecting these relationships and things that
there's a warfare going on there. I mean, okay. I mean, it depends what you're into, when we're talking about fantasies. And I'm sure there's some prisoner of war fantasies that are pretty fun. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got like a little dungeon going on in your basement there. You should go to adamandeve.com and you can do some warfare, prisoners of war stuff. I bet you they got all the stuff there for that kind of fantasy, right? They got all the sex toys for that. So go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley at checkout to get 50% off any one item, 6 free movies, 3 free gifts, and free shipping on the whole order. Let's go to adamandeve.com, enter that code word Brentley. That's Brently at checkout and get your exclusive offer. They also have discreet packaging, so if you live with your mom, it's a lamp. Yeah, just like it's always a lamp. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's like from the head shop or from the porn shop. It's a lamp somehow. I don't know. Well, they make rubber lamps. What? I don't know. but it is discreet. So as long as your mom doesn't open it, which I know some moms do, okay, especially some of the overbearing types that we're used to, you know what I mean? But as long as they don't do that, it's discreet. They're not going to know what it is. Okay, so go to adamandeve.com, enter code word Brentley. That's Brently at checkout and get your exclusive offer. You can do all the prisoner of war, fantasy, whatever. You'd be like a elf and a troll or whatever, and be prisoner. I don't know how it would work. He said fantasy, and he said prisoner. I don't know. All could work.
Have right now through even AI and technologies, people are being duped, they're being seduced into having.
That's you. You're not really helping people too much with the being duped thing, setting up the mental situations you got going on. You're like, don't question anything. Make sure that you just believe the stuff that's already in line with what you'd like to think, and then nobody can manipulate you at all. As long as you're just like the Bible's all super duper true, and I'm a Christian and all that stuff, nobody can manipulate you. Because it's you already know it's true. Nobody can use that to trick you or anything.
AI girlfriends, AI boyfriends, they're cheating on apps. You see all these things that are beginning to happen.
AI girlfriends and AI boyfriends. I think he's talking about like those chatbots, where it's like the simulation of an AI girlfriend, which it's not just more of like a little game to play. Like it's just kind of like, okay, how good is the technology? That would be my evaluation of it, right? It's just like, let's see how lifelike this is. You know what I mean? It can be kind of fun just to see what it's like. I don't know. I'd check it out, but
And so it's actually producing this illusion. And so the enemy moves in the area of confusion through illusion. Come on, somebody. Confusion through illusion.
And if you want to come on somebody, just go to, adamandeve.com. They got all this stuff. You can come on people. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know we can't do another one already, but like keeps on saying to come on people.
And he'll project something. And there's major projections that are happening right now. You have these lasers that are being shot from the sky. What happened in Hawaii?
Is this Marjorie Taylor Greene? What's going on here? Are they from space, buddy?
We'll never know the true story. We know that the United Kingdom just tested a laser system for the very first time, and you can see video of that. And so you have this idea of,
no idea what he's talking about. But I mean, I'm pretty sure like they test lasers and stuff all the time. That's not really that big of a deal. But they don't start forest fires or anything like that with them. That's not, I don't know if that's the direction he's going or what.
Extraterrestrials, UFOs, what happened in Miami?
It was worse. He was going in the worst direction. I guess I should have seen that coming. Like lasers and extraterrestrials are next. Of course they are. Like in the line, that's the logical progressive.
Miami in the mall, we'll never know. There's all this speculation, but there's the illusion.
Yeah, that's not like what you do or anything. You're not speculating at all here. You just got just straight facts, buddy.
Right now, there's a warfare over the eyes. As a matter of guys, listen, some of you don't understand
there's a warfare over the eyes. What, man? Well, I mean, okay, let's be real here. If I'm gonna actually be charitable, I'd say that he's talking about your phone and apps and social media, like trying to like competing for your time to look back. I don't think that's where he's going.
How serious this is. I need you to hit the thumbs up button. Dude, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe.
You just did. Come on, man. Y'all don't hit a thumbs up. Okay. I'm not, you can
button and ring the bell notification so you don't miss these live streams. But
that you probably do want to do because I do go pretty randomly. So I just, that okay, fine. I don't like telling people what to do. But if you want to be like Wolfos and be first, then
let me just help you go a little bit deeper right now, because some of you are still asleep spiritually.
If you want to go deeper, just go to adamandeve.com and get the stop saying stuff like that, Mike.
There is a mass illusion and there is a warfare, and you think it's just over your mind, but it's actually over your eyes, because your eyes are the window to your soul. And so the Lord gave me a word.
They're connected in there. There's like your eyes are here, your mind's like where it's like halfway point between these two. Yeah, that's where your mind is, right there. And it's it's not just the thing that's inside the skull there. It's also the eyeballs that lead into, it's like a window or something. It's great.
Word early in 2024, he said, Mike, I want you to storm the gates. And I said, what do you mean storm the gates? Do you want
me like you did at the Capitol? Is that what you're like? I want you. I'm God. Can you please storm the Capitol? I mean the gates. The gates. I am God. Go ahead and do it. Okay.
To go to another city? Do you want me to travel for revival? What do you want me to do? And
Yes, to Washington D.C. to the Capitol. Like you're just,
God said, no, I want you to storm the eye gates. The warfare is over their eyes, and the
I
enemy
want you
is
to
fighting
storm their eye gates. Okay, that just sounds weird. Can't help but picture like a bunch of little mics just running up into people's eyes. Ah, oh, man. He shrunk down and now he has an army. Now he's trying to get in my face. This is insane. What?
him at the gates of their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. And so what the enemy is doing is mass propaganda.
I love that's it. The everybody but you guys are doing the mass propaganda thing. That's it. Um, I love how disjointed these lives are because they're not nothing's planned. He's just vomiting his fucking nonsense out, and just like verbal diarrhea or whatever the fuck. Oh god, it's so funny. All right, here we go. What kind of comments we got here? Let's see. Uh, Andrew said, so many people in chat genuinely think they've been delivered from the demons, and how many are trolling him. I don't know. That's a good question, because that there's a lot of them. I would imagine if I had more time on my hands, I'd be doing it. You know what I mean? I'd be saying like crazy stuff. I just threw up a big black puddle. Now my head's spinning around and my face is turning green. And I got lesion, like just talking shit to my mom, just right here in the house. I'm crawling down the stairs and back, like backwards, look all contorted and stuff. What do I do, Mike? Hey, Jess is here. What's up, Jess? You made it. Hell yeah. 100 out of 100. That's good. That's some top competition right there. You did that well. I usually am just like 1 or 2 out of 100. I don't know what it is we're referring to, but it doesn't really matter because that's pretty much just everything is like 1 or 2 out of 100. It's always my rates, whatever it is, my success rate. Drusilla said, here in Norway, there's a court case now about a couple doing exorcism on a woman with psychiatric issues. I hope there's not more of this that doesn't end up in court. It's awful. Yeah, because that's the thing, that's always what happens is they'll blame like actual stuff that we have actual treatments for on things that aren't real, just so that people can satisfy their nonsensical beliefs or whatever, right? So then they end up taking them off of their medications. There's a whole movie about it, and the movies just grow. Like it's really a sad story, The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And they this poor girl died because this stupid priest pulled her off of all her meds, and she was having seizures and everything. Like, it was just awful. It was really, really sad. And they made a movie about it. Like, oh, hey, isn't it so cool? And the movie was about the court case or whatever. It was like, isn't it so cool? It was like a demon court case movie, like, oh, cool. But they're like, isn't this great? This is the first time that in a court of law, demons were like basically said, like, we can't prove that they don't exist. And then we let the priest off that led to somebody getting killed. So isn't that great? Isn't that a great movie? Maybe believe in demons. Isn't that fun to believe in demons? Great movie. Good God.
Politically, mass propaganda through business, mass propaganda through pornography, mass propaganda through interdimensional beings.
That would be great propaganda through the pornography there. But I'd love to see that on Fox News Cornhub. You know what I mean? They're just like, okay, now that there's a fucking invasion at the border. Am I right? Look at this. Doing the new TikTok thing. That fucking invasion.
Beings and UFOs and aliens, and it's all all of this is a distraction.
Right. No, that's not anything like what you're doing, man. You're just, the stuff you're telling people to believe is just going to help them focus.
And what they want us to do, like dummies, is they want us to get sucked into the news cycle. They want us to get sucked into speculation. They want us to get sucked into perversion.
Your whole world, your whole everything is superstitious speculation, dude. Like that's your whole fucking bag. It's so weird when he can like say like, oh, that's the news is just a bunch of speculation. The news is speculation, but this isn't. There are people that like feel like a little bit of brain fog in the last 4 years. And you're like, that might be demons, you know. I'm not. I mean, you got to eat a good diet and get some good sleep. But if you're already eating a good diet and getting good sleep, and you got brain fog, demon. Okay, that's how that goes.
Sexually, why? Because this.
If you want something sexually good, okay, I'm just too many times now.
This is how you demobilize an army. This is how you dismantle an army. You are supposed to be fighting right.
It freaks me out when they always use this army talk. Like it gets people so whipped up, and it's not healthy. You know what I mean? Like it's not good for us to be, good for them to constantly be like, oh yeah, and you're at war, by the way. Like don't tell these people that. They already hate a bunch of people and love guns. Don't be saying that they're at war too. You like confuse them even more, and they're feeling confused. Like this is just a powder keg waiting to happen. You know what I mean? This is not good. Not good. Let's see. Jess said, what's this building made from? Demonic infrastructure. Exactly, right? It's the demons, They're something you don't know if a brick is a demon or not. Okay, it might be. There might be just be demon bricks, and they're just like they're like Mystique, just turning into bricks, and then we're just building them into stuff. Didn't even know they were there. Jesus. Wolfone said, Gisela, that's awful. I wish it wasn't as common as it is. Hopefully, they get real help now that the exorcist is getting exposed. Yeah, I hope so, because that's just, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. They really shouldn't be. These people should be utterly legitimized, just 100, just full stop, because all it does is just amplify the mental health issues. It's really frustrating. Let's see. Jasper said, proof path slap some left, some left, right, left, repeat. Is that it? I feel like that's not like a shampoo. No, hold on. That's rinse and repeat. What I don't know what you're responding to. And now it's like what is it? Like you guys doing like video game a video game code or something like that in Select. See, y'all are on something that I'm not privy to. Okay, I don't know what you're guys talking about. Sounds great though. I love hearing people talk about video game stuff they know about, but I don't know about any of it. I really don't. A little bit. I know the names of some of the games, like Fallout. I know that one. I've heard people mention it, but that's about it. Because I'm poor, and that thing would distract me more than literally anything. Okay, I don't think I'd ever be able to get anything done if I had one of those systems. You know what I'm saying? Wolfo said, and now we are active cheaters. Just comfort would be disappointed. I mean, he's always disappointed. I mean, listen to the way he talks. He just is a big disappointment. Brian said, I woke up in a bad mood because I almost fought my neighbor yesterday. Holy shit, really? Please be careful. And so, I mean, road rage is bad enough. I bet house rage is just be careful, please. Okay. This guy is making some dangerous statements. So I reported his video for misinformation. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, I'm like hoping that doesn't mess with my video, but because it is alive, so I don't, they can say, but it's been up for 5 days. So I'm like, why is it? But I guess that doesn't make a difference. But absolutely against, any kind of conspiracy nonsense that these people are talking about. We are reasonable skeptics here that do not believe that sort of stuff. So we're gonna time 48:51. That's a timestamp for that, because I might have to send that in if this, if it gets to that. But anyway, but thank you. That's a good idea, dude. How to rule it. Jess said, Banana Man knows where to insert. Banana Man knows where to insert banana. And if you want to insert something, go to Adam and Eve. All right, gonna get a lot of people just. It's gonna be like a brainwashing thing. I don't know why, but I feel like I have to go to adamandeve.com. This is great. I don't know what's going on, but I've been buying stuff without thinking about it all day. It's crazy. What is happening? Must be that punk apostate making me buy sex toys without realizing it. uh, Wolfo said, "Good call. This crap is dangerous. Seriously, yeah. Yeah, it's he's just getting into and of course, they get into this stupid conspiracy territory because like they're already starting from a place that is so irrational. It's not funny. It's demons are real, it's monsters. Like if you get brain fog or forget something within the past 4 years, that's a demon, inside your head. I mean, when you're starting with that, it's an epistemological framework. There's something that is possible. All bets are off. Who gives a fuck? You could think anything. Maybe it's a leprechaun, you know? Maybe leprechauns are controlling your kids through the fucking whatever. No, man, it's not good. Stop lying to people, Mike. Stop lying. Brian said, I'm schizophrenic and stuff like this made my childhood hell. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I bet that's I mean, it's almost why we that's why we do what we do here. That's why I was kind of going. I wanted to go back to some of the demon stuff because um, that was like what I was terrorized by when I was a kid, and everything was these beliefs of demons and stuff that were taught to me as if they were real, like very real. I mean, when everybody around you is acting like some undetectable, invisible monster, and not just one, like a bunch of them, armies of them, like this guy's saying, are everywhere. That's terrifying to kids. Are you kidding me? Like, why would you do that? Then not only that, but then you add in like the rapture beliefs, end of the world type stuff, to the point where I literally almost really, hurt myself because I was so afraid of the tribulation. I believed that my parents were taken and I wasn't. And, then you're like, I can't go through the tribulation. If I'm already left behind, then it doesn't matter. I better do something, that was the kind of stuff that was going through my head as a kid because of how deeply ingrained these stupid beliefs were. So I think a big part of the healing process is just showing how stupid these things are, just showing how stupid these beliefs are, because they're pretty fucking. That's how stupid, pretty fucking, But anyway, on to lighter things. On a lighter note, his uh, his hair looks funny. Yeah, how about that? That's the lighter note there. And he's wearing a shirt that says "Breakers." You know, not really sure what that's in reference to. I think he forgot the first word that is spring, right? He probably got that on spring break. Like that weird movie with those girls that kill all the gangsters and stuff in Florida. It was literally filmed in my town. You know that? It was like all the hotels and stuff and spring breakers are like right like at the beach, like right up the street. It's crazy. It's so weird. Like, oh, I know that place. That's that one bar. That's a bit of that. Yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, see, that's how you lighten the mood there. Just got to not think about the stuff, the damage that this guy's doing. Let's see. Christopher said, exactly. It's like saying, did you start growing hair on uh, your crotch around the age of 13? The demon number. Clearly, it's caused by evil. You need Jesus. That's a great example. I like that. Did you start growing hair on your junk when you were about 13? That's the demon number. So it's probably because of demons, the little tiny demons, and they're just pushing them out like needles from the inside. I don't know. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, Paul's here. Hey, good. All right, you made it. You made it. I'm glad. Wasn't sure if you're going to be able to make this one because I know the time is way off, right? Well, let's see. Christopher said, trash Christian, shitter Joe Rogan. Shittier. That's pretty funny. Trash Christian, shittier Joe Rogan. Because he kind of just, I mean, he looks better than Joe Rogan. He hasn't quite made it to the garbage pail kid balloon face yet, but definitely hasn't beat for stupidity. That's, I guess so. I mean, winning, I guess, right? Oh, thank you, Wolfos. Yes, please. I did. Yes, you did it right. Thank you. Appreciate that. And if you want to, this show is based basically off of like word of mouth. So if you want to tell people about it, that'd be great. You know, The more people having fun, the merrier, right? It's kind of by definition would be how that would work. More people having fun, the merrier, because more people anyway. You know, Jesper said, "Up to speed now, Paul." Oh, y'all catching him up? Is that okay? It's not hard to figure out. Here, we'll let him talk for just a second, and then you'll be caught up. How about that?
Now, you are supposed to be writing books and making movies. You're supposed to be posting content to social media instead of watching content on social media. You're supposed to be
Not everybody. Everybody ain't us, man. Okay, it's it's funny but that's where his mind goes, because he's like, I'm watching content. I shouldn't be watching content. I should be making content. This is just backwards. Let me let me turn on the live. Let me start the live. Like it's just getting the window into his brain there. So he's saying we all should be making content. And let me just say, no, you shouldn't. Okay, because everybody is not. Everybody ain't the best at it, and it's okay. That's okay. You're probably good at something else, and you should do that. You know, but everything ain't for everybody, and that's perfectly fine. Just do whatever you're good at, or do whatever you like doing. And if you like doing it, do it. That's all I'm saying.
preaching, prophesying. You're supposed to be building your business instead of being.
Okay, never mind. Don't do any of that, preaching or prophesying. Like telling people to just like squint, like what's his name? Kunaminmi. Oh, I'm feeling that Trump is God. I don't know how to do this. I don't know.
Preyed upon by their business, and they have to keep you weak. They have to keep you docile. It's great. Listen, I only have 400 people on here. When I go live, it's
you got to back up. Okay, all right, Derry, back up.
Very common for me to have 1,000 people, 2,000 people, especially with a topic like this. And so there's a suppression, there's a limitation that's placed on it. Matter of fact, help me by sharing this stream with somebody right now. Just hit the.
God, they have to. It's just there's always some kind of like. There's always this like they're coming after me. They're suppressing it. They're suppressing it. You're just talking at a camera. You don't even have the camera, the phone turned the right direction. Like, of course you're not. Yeah, there's not 1,000. Like, what do you think? There's like 1 million people. You got 400 whatever thousand subscribers. You think they're all going to be like, oh look, he's just talking in the bathroom. I better tune into this. Like, and the fact that that's not the case, they're like must be being suppressed. It's that fucking devil that runs Hollywood or whatever the fuck.
The share button and share it with somebody right now so we can break past this barrier.
And it's also manipulative. If this is all just so that he can get his video out more by lying to them and being like, the devil's, Satan and Biden, Satan, whatever, they're the same. I'm trying to suppress this. You better share it right now, before the devil wins. You want the devil to win? Share the video. Like it now. Do it now.
But that your destiny is not to be a consumer, it's to be a producer. That your destiny is not to be entertained. Your destiny is to actually go in and fight this battle and slay giants. But right now it's like there's a war. There's a fight.
Jack the Beanstalk over here. What are you talking about, man? So your job is to go slay giants. You're going to really mess with somebody who's not well up there and be like, all right, time to go slay some giants. Go around. If you're over 6 feet tall, I have to kill you. All right, so
that's happening. Right now here in America, literally on the day that we were voting to determine the last final candidates for presidency, Meta just stopped working. Can you believe it? One of the biggest social media platforms just stopped working.
What? That's got to be related. That has to be related. Like those are the same. That's the same. That's because of what was the thing that he was saying? Because it was the last day of deciding who was going to be in the primary. Not even the real, just the primary. They're like, it's the last day of primaries, and the Meta's like shuts down. He's like, that's because of demons, and last. I have no idea.
That is mind
control. The therefore never works. It just is like therefore fucking Meta shuts
control because they know if they can't stop us from posting information, then they can just cut out the source of the information altogether. And so we have to be.
They can just cut out the source of information altogether. They're the platform. What are you talking about, man? It's crazy when they're like, they know if they can stop you for a few minutes, then what? Are you saying that's the reason Trump won your stupid primary, even though he's an obvious criminal? Like, what do that tried to steal an election last time, and y'all are so fucking stupid that you're still just like, we're gonna go for him. Let's, we can trust him to be in an election again. Yeah, yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, they stormed the Capitol, so what? So what? At least they're not storming your eyeballs like little Mike Cigarelli or whatever.
Somebody even said in the comments right now, my phone doesn't even have the share button as we're speaking. This is what I'm talking about. And so,
the fuck are you talking? Oh my god! They've gotten rid of the share button. Everybody, they've ruined it. It's grandma's like dropped her glasses. There's no share button on my. What is it? It's right here. It's right there, man. What the fuck? That is hilarious. Hold on, where is it? I don't even. Is he just lying and saying they said that? Because that would be really funny. I don't see it. This face, mind blown, bro. Okay.
this is why, this is why it's important. And this to understand what's happening, know the signs, know the season that you're in, know the warfare that's happening around you. It is very important that you understand.
Look, this is so funny. Just shows how dumb they are. Can't share. Just share to my friend. So I guess it's selective with who's allowed to share and who's not. The idiots. It's it's amazing. It's always the idiots that are like, I don't know how to share. It's like I can't see it. I don't know.
So Satan has always had the same plan. He creates illusions that create confusion. And the illusion, this is why you're going to.
Good one, man. Illusions that create confusions. Wow, that was good. That was really good. It's basically Mysterio. It's like the devil just is Mysterio. He's trying to get like Tony Stark's glasses and everything. And the illusions cause all the confusion. Then he becomes a big fist and just punches. Anyway, all right, let's get to some comments here. Christopher said, there's literally no spiritual warfare, no demons or angels fighting for your puny life. So all his claims of things being different now is just him sucking more post-COVID and making up excuses. Yeah, he's trying to ride that panic wave. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not hard to kick up with these folks. I mean, obviously, look, they're freaking out because they can't find the fucking share button. They're just ripe. They're just empty brains ripe for the fucking picking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really sad, but Jesus, it's crazy that it works. Like, but but warfare. Now, I mean, that's some warfare I can get behind, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, get behind, Oh, all right. No, that was not good. I kind of built that up like it was better than it was. I'm sorry. I won't do that anymore. That was not good. I think Wolfo said, I think he's convinced himself that all his fish tables. Let me read it over here. All his fish tails. Okay, I got it. Are now true. All of his fish, I'm so confused. All of his fish tails are now true and are just getting truer and bigger. He makes it. But originally, he knew what he was doing, and his followers helped him lie to them. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like a big fish. Got it. Okay. Like the tail just keeps on getting bigger. I got you. Kind of like that movie, Big Fish, right? The Tim Burton one, right? I got you. Let's see. Paul said, I think he believes only in basic stuff. The rest of are repeating stuff from other sources. Probably, I don't know. I don't know exactly because he just skims over so much stupid shit, and so much bullshit that it's hard to say, But I don't know. I think you're right. It's just like the boilerplate type stuff. Is that what you mean? Not really sure exactly, but Brian said, even if he does believe it's no excuse for spreading it. Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know. I guess I feel like it's not a good excuse because you should have some critical thinking, right? But it is an excuse that you can say. I guess anything can be an excuse, right? Doesn't have to be a good one, but Gisela said, he's confusing me. Is it the AI girlfriends that are cheating? Oh, that's funny because I had somebody just the other day talking to me about this, and they put it all in the same list. It might just be a coincidence, but they put it all in the same list too. Like I wonder if Fox News or OAN or something is spreading it this way. But they were talking about like AI girlfriends, AI boyfriends, and then also there's this other website. There was a documentary made about it, and of course I can't think. It's some lady. It's like a lady's name. Shit, and it's all for cheating husbands. It's all for like married people, not cheating husbands, but like just cheating married people, husbands, wives, um, and the like that they can all go on this very specific platform that is designed to help married people cheat or whatever. And I think that was what he was referring to. But who the fuck knows? I don't know. Who knows stuff?
Going to have to unfollow a lot of people on Instagram. You're going to have to unsubscribe from a lot of people on YouTube because the illusions create confusion. They create illusions through awards.
He's really proud of that one. It's like, did you guys know that illusions and confusions rhyme? Fuck, that is awesome. I'm gonna put that on a sticky note. I'm gonna go live. Let's go live. Can we do that? I'm gonna make sure to bring this up. That's just phenomenal. Illusions and confusion. That's brilliant.
Ceremonies. They create illusions through the movie and from a lot of people on YouTube because the illusions create confusion. They create illusions through award ceremonies. They create illusions through the movie industry.
They create illusions through the awards ceremony? How? Like what kind of illusion? It's not real fire, I mean, it's not like the stage is actually on fire. It's like pyrotechnic type stuff, it's not really on fire like you think.
They create illusions through all these different means, and you have to break the illusion to break the confusion. You have to unsubscribe.
All right, we're gonna keep, like, everybody's gonna have to drink, I guess, every time. I mean, it's too early to drink, but this would be a video to drink. Every time he says illusion and confusion in the same sentence, just pop them back, okay?
From all their madness and their toxicity. And God wants you to step into the true you. And here's the good news. I'm going to just continue to speak, but smash that thumbs up.
Oh my good God, man. How many, what? And maybe we're going to have to drink every time you ask somebody to hit the thumbs up because fucking Jesus.
Yeah, every time you hit that thumbs up, you're telling the algorithm more people need to see this message. But
you're basically just indicting yourself right there.
Lord's beginning to tell me that there are lasts. L-A-S-T, last. There are last times. There's last times you talk to people. There's last times you go.
There's lasts, like plural. I've pluralized the word last, and there's going to be a lot of lasts, coming up. Jesus put this in my brain,
Go back to the addiction. There's last times that you have the argument with that person. There's last time that you listen to them. There's something about we're in a last. There's a last season, a last time. There's a last time you go into that job. There's a last time. Why do I say that? Because
how many times are you going to say last, man? Jeez, this person even like last. I repeat after thee. Last. Then 2 giant exclamation marks. Last. Okay.
Of Goliath were tormenting the Israelite armies. The taunts of Goliath were literally like, it was like every single day the Bible gives account that this champion fighter named Goliath would go out and he would taunt, and he would just taunt them and say, you guys are never going to defeat me. And all of a sudden, David rose up and said, this is the last time, you uncircumcised Philistine. You will no longer, I'm not going to let you.
Slow dig right there. You're not even circumcised, you weirdo. Yours looks like it has a turtleneck on it. You ass. It's like, hey, come on, man. We don't have a weird thing about that in our cultures. I don't know why it's, what did you call it? Turtleneck. Okay. Well, Whoa, yours looks freaky. That's a mush. How do you got a mushroom? That's weird. Okay, I don't know. Wow, you all see this? Everybody look, guys. Theirs looks weird. All right, let's get into some comments here. Wolfo said, "Hey, buddy, you are currently using the naughty technology to create an echo chamber. Aren't you the fella using a platform to reinforce your beliefs using your sheep, Mr. Pastor? Mr. Pastor's too much." I know, right? It's okay when he does it, right? And just calling everything that's not his propaganda. Propaganda is just peak idiocy there, just peak irony, really. It's so funny when these people that they're like calling everybody else sheeple, and then they'll literally believe the dumbest stuff and just be so easily manipulated, into believing the most obviously false nonsense because they have to believe that they're the ones that figured out the puzzle, because it feels so good to figure out the puzzles. No, man, there is no there. Like if somebody was going to trick you or lie to you, they're not going to leave fucking puzzle pieces for you to figure out. Like what? Why would Jesus, I'm gonna put symbols everywhere so you guys can figure it out, but only those really eccentric people. And then when they do figure it out, we'll just call them crazy. That's how we get around it. That's how we get around it. It's sort of fun for us. What? That makes no sense whatsoever. Hey, what's up, Lago? Adam and Eve should sell a Holy Trinity version sex toy, for 3-in-1. I bet you they have a 3-in-1. We can just, you know what? I'm gonna look through their catalog tonight, and I'm gonna find a 3-in-1. Something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but and then we're gonna promote that specifically, and we'll call it that. Maybe I can even contact my person in Adam and Eve and see if they'll rename it for me for this show specifically, since I know I make them millions, right? That's people are always just needing sex toys as soon as they watch this show. That's the thing people buy on the regular, right? That's probably not the best. It's probably not the best like sponsor if I'm actually trying to make money, but it's great for like fun purposes, which is all I care about. You know what I mean? Christopher said, we should ban folks from saying this stuff until they at least have a foot long gray beard, wrinkly cheeks, pre 1950s outfit, and an old Bappy accent. Gotta look the part. You gotta look the part. You can't just be saying this and looking normal and stuff now. No. All right. You need to go to a bus stop right now and wrinkle your face up. Okay. I don't know. Get one of those jackass masks or something, like from that movie Jackass, where his balls were cut. Do something like that, you know? Sit at the bus stop. Then you're allowed to say whatever you want. Until then, shut it. Okay. You're too attractive to be saying this kind of stuff. Oh, that's so funny. All right. I'm going to have to like shoot down through and see if there are any super chat. Oh, there is a super chat. Hey, Jasper. Thank you so much. Joe, what's a super sticker? Oh shoot, what's a sticker? Am I not seeing it? Hold on. It just says super sticker and that's it. Okay. Jesus. Oh my god. All right. Well, thank you, Jasper, for the 2. Oh, that's like Lira or something. Cool. Either way, it's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh man, this Max guy just does not understand words that come out of people's faces. No, man, no. Like, like I said the last time, remember when you asked me like literally a couple days ago and I was like, no, that we don't do call in. Remember that? No, I mean, I maybe you know what? You must have a demon, buddy, because I think you're forgetting stuff. You forget. You sound confused. You sound confused. I think Mike. We found a candidate for the demons making people forget and stuff because you seem to not be getting. You just don't get it. All right. Jesus, what are you doing, man? No, man, this isn't a debate show. I don't. What is it? What is with this dude? And then somebody was saying that he said he's an atheist. Oh, here he is. Okay. I am an atheist and I have some questions about existence of God. Okay, man. Well, there's Google's a thing, and that's, probably best. Check out, there's actually, and I'm being, I was being facetious before. Now I'm being serious. There's a book called, where's my phone? Shit. Why I Don't Believe in God by Armin Navar. Shit. He was just on. I'm so sorry. I'm messing up his name. Armin, right? He was just on the line, the Atheist Experience with Seth Andrews. Really, really good book. Great arguments. So if you have any questions, like, and it's not that long, and he kind of rockets you through the arguments, and they're really good. It's a really good book right now. I'm really enjoying it. So I would say check that out. It's on Audible, and it's if you have that. Um, this is so weird, man. This is wow. I'm starting to think you're just not even real. Like you're just some like Ray Comfort, like put on a name. Ray Comfort like changed his name and is like going around trolling shows that like talk about him all the time. That's what's happening here. It's like, no, you can't call in. What how many times anyway, moving on. Done with the king guy. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. He's like, I'm sad now. I am sad. I just want to call in and sorry, man. This ain't that show. It's like, Jesus. Oh, that's so funny. All right. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, you need to call into the line or something like that. The line or the atheist experience. Okay. That they will help you out. I promise. I'll even let Secular Rarity know. He's a buddy of mine. We're like tight. We're gonna be hanging out this weekend even. Um, and he will make sure to be able to answer all the questions that you have when you call in to the atheist experience the next time that he is on it. Okay, buddy? I will prime him for you. Okay, promise. All right. Jeez Louise. Jess said, there's places like the line. Thank you. The line, the atheist community of Austin. That do call-ins. This is not that. This is a comedy show, man. I don't know if you can figure that out based on maybe I am just deadly serious to you. But no, this is a comedy show, man. We joke here. We just joke. We just do jokes. All right, lots of them, which is and I promise I'm not being mean. I'm just messing around with you, buddy. Okay, but yeah, call into the line or do something like that. Okay, this isn't the show for that. Optimus Rhymes is here though. My church had something called Judgment House. Oh, I remember those. I remember Judgment House, if I'm not mistaken. One of those walk-through plays where they scare the shit out of you. Shit fucked me up, dude. I remember exactly that. Yes, I went through, and it's like the car wreck. I don't know how yours was, but you walk in and you got the kids drinking, they're doing their thing, right? They're all partying it up. And then the next scene is like an upside down car. Like they literally, Toby, the guy that hands out the brochures at the door had an extra car. I guess they could just flip over and put in a room for a while. So they have that in room 2 or whatever. And so you get the car wreck, and you got like, and I'm sorry, when everybody's drinking and stuff, there's always like the one good character. It's like a Jason movie without Jason. You always have like the one character that doesn't drink or anything, right? And but everybody else goes to like, the car crashes. Then you go into the next room and it's hell, and they're like showing these kids that were just drinking or whatever getting tortured by demons. And then you go through, and then you get to the end, and I don't know the way yours was, but we had to write down our names at the beginning, and then somebody that looked like Jesus would like come up to you and be like, "Hello, Brentley. I'm Jesus Christ. I'm here to be with you forever. This isn't creepy at all." Some old guy, some bearded old guy knowing my name. That's not funny, but what? But yeah, that was how it ended. But yeah, I remember those. Those were a lot of fun. I mean, no, they're not fun. They're fucked up. But it was, they put a lot of effort in those things, and it's weird. But yeah, let's see here. I'm gonna do like if there's anybody else that hasn't commented yet, I'm gonna do one because I gotta get moving. It's after 11:30. I gotta run. Oh, Rex. Hey, what's up, man? Another chat with. I'm back again somehow. You are. You're always. Every time you're back, that's when you have returned. Yeah. I'm just gonna stick with that. I said that wasn't weird. You're weird. Okay. You say things stupid. uh, let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a transatlantic call-in show for you. That's in the chat. If anybody wants to call into that one, that's honestly one of my favorites. I get like a lot of good information out of that show because it's just just got to know this kind of stuff. What's going on in the world. Culturally speaking and everything. Let's see here. Brown, do one more. Well, let me do Jasper. He's a patron, so we got take care of our patrons around here. You know what I'm saying? Paul said, or Paul, Jasper said, Paul, well, I did climb Notre Dame to see those gargoyles water spews up there, and I remember some other forced visits during school time, but I've always been an atheist, so I wasn't really there. Wait, you went to Notre Dame, like the place where the Hunchback was? That big thing, the the big tower where the Hunchback was stuck up there, you know? When that religious guy was like keeping him in there, and he had some really weird, kind of gross relationship going on with Esmeralda. It's just kind of creepy. I did not like that part of that. That was inappropriate, you know. But that's cool, man. I would love to go see something like that. That'd be fucking awesome. Go to Notre Dame, see that shit. Holy shit, that's like some art type stuff that we just don't have in America. Like everything's only like 200. What? How many? Couple hundred years old. Like you can go to Boston and see some old shit, but that's about it, you know. And it's usually just a bunch of Catholic shit too. But I guess everything old is going to be some kind of religious shit, right? I don't know, but yeah, we don't have like cool old stuff like that. That's why I'd love to go like to some other countries and see some. I mean, I've been to some other country. I've been to Brazil and Jamaica and Barbados, but we was on missions trips, so I didn't really get to do much. You know, I was just building fucking churches and shit. It's not that great, but it was nice being there though. You know. All right, I gotta pack it in. Is there any more super chats or anybody new in the chat? Nope. All right, y'all. Sorry, I can't get that anymore. But and don't you dare do a super chat the second I click off. Okay, it's not funny, not funny. Okay. So I will try to like jump back on and mess the whole stream up, and it's just Khaleesi is there. Never mind. God damn it, Khaleesi. What did I say not to do? What did I say? You know. Finally caught a stream at the end. Sorry, Khaleesi. That's so funny. No, it's cool. It's cool. But yeah, you'd be able to watch it back to the beginning. I think it was pretty funny. This one was a pretty funny one. I think, Mike's always good for a laugh and for some harmful rhetoric that is very misleading and disinformational. Yes. Yes, he is disinformational. So as long as we need to let everybody know this isn't actual information. That's the job of this stream. Okay, algorithm, okay, YouTube, just so you know, we're pointing out the disinformation. Okay. Anyway. All right. Well, hey, and if you want some you guys killed me. Thank you, Khaleesi. Khaleesi did $5. Wow. Holy shit. Thank you so much. But it doesn't say anything. It just says, okay. So five Khaleesi says $5. And coincidentally, that's what she donated there. So thank you. That's awesome. No, I really, really, really appreciate it. And it's so cool. And I will be back. I think I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm not totally sure. I got a lot going on lately. That's why I haven't been able to stream as much. But so I don't know. We'll see. And it might end up in the next couple of weeks having to shift to the afternoon if I have this big change that hopefully is happening in my life. But we'll see. But the main thing, though, is, well, I mean, first to go to adamandeve.com. I feel like I already advertised for this enough, but go have sex with sex toys from adamandeve.com and enter that code with Brentley at checkout and you get all sorts of free shit. All the stuff that I mentioned earlier, like 17,000 times earlier, where you weren't sure if I was brainwashing you into buying sex toys or not, because I said it so often. Anyway, but the main thing, though, is dude, I keep forgetting to put this at the beginning. Oh, yeah, this is, there's explicit content too, y'all. It's kind of like that. I feel like this defeats the purpose there. All right, but the main thing though is to go to to stay logical, loving, skeptical, and compassionate, and we'll see you next time.